What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Aided Geeks. And today we are continuing our WWE PLE series with Crown Jewel. So, like the last one, we're going to start things off by giving a general feeling about the event and then going into each individual match by match.
All right, let's dive in. I thought it was awesome. I really enjoyed the whole thing from start to finish. I thought it was really clean. Yeah, I just enjoyed it the whole way through. What about you, Eddie?
Yeah, this was a PLE to me. This is everything a PLE should be at its best. The only difference I thought this PLE from other PLEs is that there was a little less glam as opposed to like a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania, but still exactly what you want from a PLE.
And there was 50 carats on the line. I thought there was enough glam.
Okay, all the glam went to the belts. Okay,
and some of the outfits too.
And so, no, outfits are always great at PLEs. That's a part of a PLE experience. But like at WrestleMania and stuff like that, like for example, they'll get the band that sings the song to come and perform. They'll get the right. So a little less
commercial.
Sure, I guess a little bit less commercial, a little more sports entertainment, which was really nice. And the focus was on sports entertainment. Yeah. And I really appreciated it because, especially coming off of the last one that was in WrestlePalooza, we needed this event to be exactly what it was, and it shined. Last event, I said WrestlePalooza was not going to get any sports fans to start watching WWE. I think if you watched Crown Jewel, this would have. So I think very dumb move on ESPN's part to try to get WWE to rush out a PLE. Instead of just waiting for one that was coming 2.5 weeks later with Crown Jewel, because this is exactly what everybody should be introduced to.
Well, I don't know if it was a great introduction thing, but like...
Really? Okay.
Because the thing is, like I said from the last video, you can check it out. I thought it had everything like WrestlePalooza, but like for the hardcore fans, like I just thought this was just a tightly knit package. It followed like a storyline, and then it also had just like great wrestling, which didn't even need a storyline. Like the matches spoke for themselves. Like you could have just gone into the match and you would have known who the heel and who the babyface was.
Especially for one of the matches, and we'll get to that after.
I hope you're thinking of the same one. We didn't talk about it yet, so like
because of the nature of this and the fact that we have 3 kids, we actually watched it separately, and we haven't spoken about it. So this is the first time that we're actually going to be talking about it.
Yeah, I didn't even have to wake up early for this. I was up at like 5 o'clock waiting it for 2 seconds.
So it was definitely interesting. Definitely everything you want out of a PLE. So without further ado, let's get into the matches. Match 1, Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns. She's a massive Roman Reigns fan. I don't think I have to tell you why. I think most women are massive Roman Reigns fans.
I'm not a fan necessarily of his wrestling, but...
Yeah. Anyway, so what do you think?
I thought it was so entertaining. Like from start to finish, like... Obviously, I enjoyed the entrances and all that, but in all seriousness, like it was just such an entertaining match. Like you kind of knew where it was gonna, like what was gonna happen. Like
did you?
I mean, you figured like before it even started. I'm like, okay, the Usos are gonna show up at one point.
Oh,
like,
that stuff. And
you know, little things like that. And I figured there was gonna be some drama between like the families. I thought it was gonna be more on the line of Jimmy and Roman as opposed to Jay having a little fit. But like. I was like, why are you mad? You're the one who cost them the match, like, and you're upset. I was like, I don't know what they're doing with.
Well, did
Jay?
You hear when they were talking in the ring?
Oh
afterwards?
my gosh, it was hilarious. It reminded me talking to my family on January 1st. Okay, I'll see you on Christmas. Like,
but not that part. But like specifically, Roman said like, I need to prove that I can do this on my own without anybody, which is the same advice that he's been giving to Jay. Like, you don't get anybody's back. It's all about just you and you rise to the top.
And it's funny because like Seth had the same journey. Like he had to do it himself, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was, this match was really, really awesome. I'm super, super happy that they put Bronson Reed over. I wasn't sure where he was going to land. He was never supposed to be this big, it's pretty clear. But because of the whole Shulafala thing and the Tribal Thief thing, it really put him over, and I'm glad that they did that extra mile of putting him over.
And it was in Australia? Like, perfect.
And he actually beat Roman Reigns, which was phenomenal. Yeah. I had one problem with this match, and it's not even really a problem. It's something that happens every now and then for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure I get from a directing standpoint why this happened, but one thing I didn't appreciate so much was that when they were going around, Bronson Reed looked like he was ready to take whatever Roman Reigns was about to dish out way too many times. Like it's it happens where there's like one or two spots in a match where that'll happen and stuff like that, but it really like
he was like setting up for the attack, you mean?
Yeah, exactly, like setting up, like going like this or going like this or being on the table. It was just very obvious what was happening, and I would have appreciated a little bit more camouflage in that. But I think that the reason why that happened is because the focus was supposed to be on Roman Reigns just kind of like tra la 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 tra la 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 la, you know what I mean?
Well,
like he was just
he dominated
enjoying exactly, and that's what they were really trying to sell and push and stuff like that. But
I
I couldn't help but notice that Bronson Reed was like waiting there for a few seconds.
But I mean, I guess it's an experience thing. He's not as experienced. He didn't want to mess it up or like get injured. Like there was like a lot going on. It was like
for sure. Like, and it's tough to know when someone's gonna go in on it when the whole point of what they're doing is kind of just being super loose and lax and like this is just another day on the job.
Yeah,
you know?
I thought it was hilarious. Like, cause like I said, he was dominating the match, and then he took the mic, and I was like, he's gonna say it, isn't he? It's like, acknowledge me if you want tables. I was like, awesome.
Yeah, that was cool, and I also liked how Bronson Reed put the table back. That was funny.
He's
like,
huh?
Yeah, all right, put the table back. Yeah. That was great. I think that the involvement from everybody around and stuff like that was really cool too, because I think that there was more to the story than just Jimmy and Jay, and I think that now that they've really brought in Roman Reigns into the fold of that story, it tells really 3 different sides kind of that, and it just makes it a little bit better. I just really like, essentially all I'm saying is that I really like the addition of how involved Roman Reigns has been over the last few weeks too, a couple weeks, in this Jimmy Jay becoming either heel or trying to get that champion spot again, whatever's happening with Jay. Really happy there. And last time I said that I didn't like how they kept jumping back and forth with Jay. I think they fixed a lot of that over the last few weeks.
Yeah, no, I think they're really building it well. Like him just, being whiny and moody. Like he feels like a little toddler having a fit almost, but it's perfect. Like
Jay's always kind of felt like a little toddler though. Like even when he was like coming into the champion and stuff like that, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't feel myself. I don't know. I don't believe him." Like he was very like whiny and complaining.
Yeah, but like
an insecure teen essentially coming into himself now.
Yeah, that didn't bother me so much because I guess like he felt like imposter syndrome or like can he do it himself? It was a little dragged out. But now it's perfect because you like to not want to like him now, like
I still like him. I just want to see him change. Like that's what I was saying last time too. Like I just want the people that brought me in, that got me interested, are the people that are boring me the most. Another one that I think they corrected is Cody Rhodes, but we'll get to that soon. But yeah, that's all I got for this much. Really happy with it.
Without further ado, match 2, which was for the Crown Jewel Women's Belt.
Belt and ring.
Belt, yeah, and ring.
Belt is clearly too expensive that they don't actually get to transport it. And also it'd be pretty annoying transporting a belt filled with that many stones.
Well, I had a question about that, maybe put in the comments. Like, they did this whole skit where they transported the belt from Saudi Arabia to Perth. But then they said they had Australian pearls on it. But I was like, what?
Maybe they
added some? I don't know. I was a bit that's not important. I was just like, you make this whole skit that it like hasn't been touched and it was like there.
Maybe it always had Australian pearls on it or something like that. I don't know. Maybe there's a piece of gems from all around the world so that they preemptively know that anytime they bring it somewhere, they can be like, there's this from this place. There's this from this place.
Or they're lying. Who knows?
Yeah, that too. Anyways, to the match itself.
To the match, Stephanie, Vaquer.
It's really not hard.
And Tiffy time.
This one was I was happy either way. I was hoping Tiffany was going to be able to continue her reign of undefeated.
Oh,
her undefeated reign.
I think I almost cried. Like I love Stephanie. She's amazing. Like she deserves it. Like I was happy for her, but it's just so sad to see her reign like finish. Like she was 50-0 this year. Like come on, it was like 3 more months. You couldn't like.
Well, it's like because the thing is, and I think a lot of people might feel this way as well, is that like Tiffy feels like she's been there forever, and Vaquer feels like she's a new face. But the reality of it is that Vaquer has been wrestling longer than Tiffy, if I'm not mistaken. Because Tiffy came in from gymnastics, if I'm not mistaken.
They said the first time she was in the ring was 4 years ago. Like in a wrestling ring.
There you go. So probably, let's say, maybe a year or two in the PC. That only brings her to 6 years. 6 years versus, I think, Vaquer's 15 or 12 or something along those lines. Like, she's been doing it for a very long time.
It makes
so
sense.
So she is a veteran in the space, just not in WWE.
Like, I thought the match, first of all, it was the best wrestling match out of the all 5. Like,
I don't
it was,
think that.
I think so. It was just a pure
I think
wrestling.
it's clear what the best match was, but we'll get to that.
I don't know. It was my favorite. It's an opinion. It was my favorite wrestling match. If you feel differently, comment
Hard
below.
Disagree, but yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Not that it was bad, just
it was just like the only thing. It's like I get it. I feel like everything played out nicely, and like both women were just so sharp. It was such a clean, like, it's like everyone knew what they were doing and hitting their point.
Yeah.
I just thought, compared to her other matches that I've seen Tiffy, like, she fought Nia Jax how many times, or like Charlotte Flair, like, she's taken better beatings. I get it with.
I felt she took a back seat in the match. I feel like we didn't see Tiffy at her strongest. Like, I guess you could say that because she was up against a competitor like Vaquer, but like you just said, she went up against Nia, she went up against like so many big names, and it felt like she had more fight in those matches than she did in this one. But I guess it's because of those matches she was going to win, but you know.
Well, but not only that, I guess also, like, you just made me realize something. There was a fire. She's like, I wanted to kill Charlotte. I hate Nia. There was no, like...
That's true.
There was no, like, it was just like, okay.
Friendly competition, yeah.
Exactly. So it was just like, you know, she even tried to shake her hand. Was she actually being serious with that? You know, you don't know. But it was like, not underestimating, but it was just like, okay, I'm not gonna... I don't have that, oh my god, fight or flight. It's just like, let's just wrestle, see what happens. But like, when she pinned her, I was like, okay, like, it could be a finisher, but compared to what I've seen her kick out of, I was just a bit like, aw.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it just felt
that was my only complaint.
Yeah, like, she wasn't on her best game. But like, you raised a good point from like a drive perspective, a fire perspective. There was nothing technically on the line here. It was only a win. You know, there's the crown jewel title and the ring on the line, but those aren't things that you know.
Yeah, there was no like spark or whatever, but she still hit all her marks. Both women did. Like, it was.
It reminded me a lot of the Io and her match. Like, that's what it reminded me a lot of. Like the Io and Vaquer match. Like, it was just a very, very clean, good match with two incredible female wrestlers who absolutely deserves to be at the top. Alright, so congrats to Stephanie Vaquer. We'll see where this title belt leads, because like, it's really easy to have a lot of flame and gas on you at the beginning because it's interesting, things are happening, you're getting the belt. Now right after that it's crown jewel, right? But it's very, very difficult to keep a title holder entertaining. So I'm curious to see what they do. Somehow they managed it with Tiffy. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah, let's see. Like, she never even defended her title once. That was another thing where I was like, okay, like, Tiffany's defended it how many freaking times? Like,
yeah, it's a bit weird. It made sense. Like, she did deserve it, but it was also weird. Like,
yeah, like, I don't know. Whatever. Let's end it.
I think WWE had to make a tough decision, and they decided to bet on the future, and that's, I think, the right decision ultimately.
Or I think maybe she just stood, like, she stood next to Seth Rollins better. Like, just from a picture perspective, like, it just made it better.
I don't think that's fine. But anyways, alright. Moving on to match number 3. The best match of the night, easily. Whoa. Which was John Cena versus AJ Styles.
It was a good second.
It was phenomenal. There was zero build up to this. This is the match I was telling you about, like, that I was hinting at before when you mentioned no storyline. There was zero storyline for this match. Obviously, there's the historic one and stuff like that, but like, I wasn't watching WWE during that time, but there was nothing here, and they did not promo it. The match was announced on Twitter, barely talked about, just spoken about once. AJ did a little bit of a promo, but that's about it. Like, and that's it. Like, that's all this match had. Yet it ended up being, with, you know, they're two veterans, so it makes sense. But it ended up being the best match of the night, and I had no stakes in it. I am very much about story. I love story. I think AJ Styles is really good. I think John Cena is really good. But it fundamentally comes down to like stories and plots and stuff like that, which is one of the reasons why I love WWE, because then you get that climax in the ring, which is always great. But this had nothing, and it still managed to be my favorite fight of the night. Like, it was so good. Like, the beginning was a little bit slow, but that's normal in longer fights, right? You expect that in a longer fight to kind of build up to those moments. But then it was like 15 minutes of straight finishers, getting up, finisher, getting up, finisher, getting up. So one of the things that I loved about this match, and honestly just the entire event, to be honest, was that there was a ton of kickouts. I love that suspense building. I love when it looks like they're both dead, and then they keep going. Like, it was phenomenal. And then, you know...
I just thought it was like a classic. Like, it was the most... Honestly, it was the most... Even though I said the other one was the best wrestling...
felt like a classic
match.
It
felt like a classic match.
Okay,
like, the thing is, yes, I said the other one was, like, the best wrestling because it was just, like, super clean. And this one, it just felt like a classic... I was the most, like, I guess, on the edge of my seat, like you said, with the kickouts. But also, I was, like, so invested in it for, like you said, no reason. Like, it was just... Well, no...
Yeah, John Cena and AJ Styles.
Also, it was super emotional. Like, how... It just felt, like, so... honorable, like when he gave him gave the announcer the letter. I think it was Ashley Taylor to read about AJ Styles, like my competitor AJ Styles. The note.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was so nice.
The intros.
Yeah, exactly. And then how they were using each other's moves and like it just, like it was the same like when he fought Brock Lesnar, but there I was just like emotional, like sad, whereas here I was just emotionally just happy the whole time. I was just like,
this felt like two legends fighting. The Brock Lesnar John Cena one was a stupid match. I still can't get over that match. I was so dumb. And this felt like two legends going at it. Like this, there was dignity for both. I think I'm super happy John got his 100th PLE win, obviously, right? Which was sick. I didn't think it'd be in this way. I thought it'd be a little bit more, I don't know, story driven. But hey, like I think if they don't really have a lot of story left with John, which they definitely don't, right? There's only a few more appearances left on the...
4 more. Oh, it made me so sad.
Then I think that getting his 100th PLE win with another legacy character like AJ Styles makes a lot of sense. So I'm super happy that, even though I wish it was wrapped in a story, that this still felt honorable and great and everything.
It didn't need... Like, I guess, like, for people, like, you know, write in the comments, like, you know, if you've been following them for, I'm sure there is a story and everything, but like, but I still had that emotional, like, I still felt it. I was just like, oh, like, it was just so nice. And like, remember like back when he was a heel and he said, I only have this many days left, you're gonna feel it. And then when he said 4, I was like I felt gut wrenching. I was like, oh my god, like he's actually leaving. Like,
yeah, because for us too, especially, right, like the Netflix era brought us back into wrestling because of just accessibility, made it a lot easier, and we can watch everything now. And John Cena has been that entire like his whole last run has been during the time that we've been back and watching. So it's just like it's good for me, especially because I missed the whole John Cena run. So I'm super happy that we got this last leg of his run to kind of to kind of feel what everybody else got to feel over the years.
Yeah. Well, at least we'll still have Peacemaker.
No, that's done too.
What?
Yeah.
I thought that was...
No, they're not sure about season 3, but anyways, that's a whole other... Alright, so shout out to John, shout out to AJ. AJ, you deserve to be a part of that match as well, and I hope they do more with your character before your time is up, because I know your time is almost up as well.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, like, I always thought... I'm going to get so much hate for this. When I first saw AJ Styles, I thought he was generic wrestler for SmackDown, and the last few, like, months, especially after last match, I was like, he's amazing. Like, he's hands down... like one of the greatest. Like,
I had that feeling with AJ too, that he was kind of like generic and stuff like that, but any single time that he had any sort of decent storyline that made me, again, I'm very story driven, made me appreciate him a bit more, then I immediately would notice how good he is in the ring, and immediately...
So good.
Yeah, phenomenal. Pun intended.
Yeah, phenomenal. Alright, so moving on to match number 4. From like a wrestling thing, even though Io Sky is my favorite wrestler, my least favorite match, but coolest entrances, Kabuki Warriors, like that entrance was so good. And obviously it was such, like, I was so excited. I'm not the biggest Rhea Ripley fan, sue me, but I was so excited for her to come out. Like, I get so happy when like wrestlers get to fight in their hometown. I was just like, oh, go Rhea. And it was just like her promo at the beginning, I don't know, it made me so happy. And Io, obviously, right? And even though I found this, I hate the story, like the storyline, fucking horrible. Worst storyline I've like seen since the 90s or something. But when they were actually in the ring, they are such professionals that you don't even need a story. And Kyrie, shout out to her, you can tell on her face, she's like, she played the heel. Like, just from their wrestling and how they were acting, you knew babyface heels, like good versus evil. You needed no story, just like you know how they're doing the LGF. We started watching LGF. LFG. And they were doing like a heel versus like show us in the ring without any story. That's what it felt like, that match. It was so good.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Kabuki Warriors as heels have been awesome, minus the storyline. If WWE is male soap opera, that storyline just felt like soap opera, period. It didn't feel like it was a male soap opera at all. Yeah, I can't stand that storyline. Rhea, still not in my good graces. I think that it's been, I just can't wait for them to do more with Rhea. I feel like she's, I don't know. Again, she was one of those that brought me into it, and I was super, super eager and was my favorite, and Julie hated her because she was my favorite.
And that's
and
why
then
my
she
favorite.
literally started liking Liv Morgan because of that.
Yeah.
And then found out that she actually loves her for other reasons than just that. But yeah, Rhea is still underwhelming. I don't like what they're doing with her. Like, she's not a title holder. She should be more active. I know she was doing a ton of promo for Perth and stuff like that, so hopefully this kind of fixes that, and now we do get to see a lot more Rhea in storylines and stuff like that.
No, but she was great, Rhea.
I mean, yeah, like, I agree with what you said about the match. It was a good match, but it was my least favorite match of the night, for sure.
But yeah, it was still great. Like, that's not any diss to it. It was still great. Yeah. Least favorite though.
I want to see where Kabuki Warriors go after this though, because I feel like they should just like. I feel like the story with Kairi and Asuka is still something that needs to do ongoing, and Kairi needs to go over by taking down Asuka or something like that.
I don't know. I think like it really solidified that like she joined her. Like, maybe it was just her in-ring, like she was smiling when she was doing, like she was just like, no, I'm on board.
She embraced the heel.
Like she embraced it, and it was like, okay, good, like please don't go back. Like I don't want to see them on Monday Night Raw be like, Kyrie, and she's like, oh, I don't want to fight you. Like I don't go back to that, okay?
Yeah.
I like, that was...
Yeah, maybe that's a cool angle. I'd love to see Kairi kind of embrace the evil, like the darkness.
Because you saw it in ring, like she was great.
Yeah, she was really good. And so yeah, all in all, more of Kabuki Warriors, that would be great. Please, like, if you're gonna do Ryo, don't make it like what it is. Rio, sorry, don't make it what it is, cause it's it hasn't been great. And those are some of the two best female wrestlers that you guys got. So come on, please. Right. But anyways, all right, moving on to the final match. Burn it down! Yes, motherfucker! So happy. I was so happy. I literally jumped. We actually did. She was watching it. We finished at the same time, essentially, so we watched a bit of that tail end of the match together. And, I jumped out of my seat.
Literally. I was just like,
I was so happy. Oh man, I was really, really nervous about this because it's Cody, and everybody loves Cody and stuff like that. Yeah. And I do,
myself included.
Yeah, and I do really love how they've fixed Cody. Like he's a bit more edgy than he had been for a little while there, which is getting super stale and dull. And this time around, like it still felt, and the last time in between WrestlePalooza to now, they really did a good job with that.
Yeah. I prefer Cody over Seth. However, okay, but
I know. I'm just adding in that my opinion is fuck no.
But honestly, the last little promo and hearing the backstory, I was just like, okay, Cody has nothing really to prove. He's beaten Seth Rollins so many times before, and Heyman's been a dick. And I was just like, you know what, Seth? Just win on your own accord. But I do hope, and I was happy he won, but I hope he says fuck you, Vision, and does his own, I don't know.
No, I hope that. No, okay, so that's little. No. Okay, finish your point.
Yeah, because it's like they were gonna leave you regardless. I hope he's just like, okay, I solidified myself as the greatest. He cheated, whatever, but
barely.
He seemed okay. He seemed like
he's a heel. I mean,
I know he played really desperate or whatever. It was almost like a drug addict. Like, what do I do? Like, I'm so desperate. I need to get this win. But no, I hope he's like, you were gonna leave me anyways, and I don't know what, I feel like it was the most, I didn't know it was gonna happen, but all these question marks were, but if he wins it could be this, I thought that was in the multiverse.
Meaning they finally did something with the Vision, right? Like they've had this big group with killers, and it's been really popular and everything like that, But like a lot of people even have problems with it. I never had problems with the vision. I like the vision. I hope it continues going strong. And it did. Like this finally felt like a big moment for the vision, even though the vision wasn't involved and everybody was backstage and everything like that. This felt like a definitive moment, and he needed this to happen in order for it makes sense that the vision it's like when you're back in the day, two Roman empires going and fighting each other, sometimes they would stop and they'd be like just the kings or they would go and then just the leaders and just the generals,
but then
and they would fight but if your leader is not strong enough to take on the leader of the opposing force, in this case it isn't exactly an opposing force, but it makes sense. You need your leader to be the strongest, and if your leader can't take down the biggest person, and they're saying that we're going to revolutionize and change how this company and how this industry works, and you can't take down the QB of the company, then you can't do what you're planning to do. So in order for the vision to come to light, or even have a hope of coming to light, maybe now everybody bands together and creates like a counter vision to kind of take down that vision, then it doesn't work. So I'm happy that they finally paid it off. I hope that we see more of the vision, and I hope that they do more. I mean, they've been doing a lot with it. It's not even that. It's just the vision itself, like the reason why they're together. I hope we see more of that play out.
Okay, yes, but I just like I get what you're saying. Like he has to prove himself, or else like the leader or whatever, the king has to. But I hope it's like, but like you see in the show, it's like, okay, I solidified myself, but now you still tried to betray me. So off
Nobody
with your
tried
head.
to betray him.
But
Nobody tried to betray him.
I don't know. I just feel like.
Not a single person tried to betray him.
Not betray, but like
and he was the one. Yeah, but he was the one who actively asked Paul, like, Paul, what's gonna happen? He needed to feel the stakes. So Seth is one of my favorites. That goes without saying, but just massive shout out to him because of the fact that not only was the storyline leading up to this match, like we had the John Cena and AJ Styles and no storyline. This match felt like it earned that storyline that it was given, right? Like it felt deserving, I should say, of the storyline it was given.
Yeah.
Like Seth looked not scared, but worried
desperate.
that he wasn't going to win. Maybe desperate, sure, but like I felt more like worried that he wasn't going to win. And then as the match began, he felt that way. You saw him feel that way. You saw him like, can I do this? Can I do this? Am I going to? Then he overcame it. Then he got to that point that you were talking about where it was like, what do I have to do to take out this guy? And that's where like the match got its best after that point, because then it was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Kickouts and this. Yeah. Like you didn't know like. And some of the moves, like, oh my god, when he did, like, the post to post and the doubles ring stomp, oh my god. Like, I cringed. Like,
it was so good. Everything that Seth did in that match was pure perfection. Like, he nailed it. And shout out to Cody, who obviously is Cody, so he's at that caliber. But, like, he did a phenomenal job in that match, too. I think that, it could have been weak if Cody didn't meet him where he was. And Cody went in there acting like he was going to win, and,
they were both like...
Yeah, like, it wasn't easy to tell. Sometimes you could see it at the entrance, who's going to win and who's going to lose, because one of them looks a little bit more peeved or off character than they usually are. But no, not in this case. Cody, you are the QB for a reason, but move over, motherfucker, because it's Seth's turn.
But like you said, like, I don't think it dictates, like, how it's going to go. Like, I just hope, like a third option happens. Like, maybe he stays in the vision for a bit, and then he's like, you know what? You're really here for those two. I was going to get moved over. Let me leave you and start my own thing before. Like, I don't know. Like,
I don't hope that at all. I don't hope that. There's a lot of people who don't want to see the vision together.
It's
and they
not
think
that
that
I
the
don't
whole
want to
Paul
see the
Heyman
vision.
and Seth Rollins thing isn't working out. I think it's working great.
I think, like, I feel like they're trying to, like, kick out the CEO, and he's, like, really... Heyman's like, I'm in charge, and he kind of does his own thing. I don't know.
I didn't see it that way at all. I saw it as a group of people who are doing a power play, and they need to have power to do the power play. So if your leader of this group doesn't take down Cody Rhodes, who is the QB of the company, then how are you supposed to say that I am going to take over the vision of this company if you can't take down the QB? So the whole point of that group was that, and I don't think that Bronson Reed is necessarily a Heyman guy. Who is a Heyman guy is Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like that is as cemented with like Heyman is there, and it's not, everything's kind of like the alliances are a little bit all over the place, which is kind of cool.
I'm just saying, I agree with what you're saying, but I hope, I don't think it's going to happen, but I do hope that if I don't want Seth to be screwed over. I hope he plans one step ahead, and if he tries to like put put Braun Breaker or whatever in front of Seth, like he fucks them over before he gets a chance to get fought. Like I hope he's on top. Like if they're playing chess, like Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins, I hope Seth Rollins comes out on top instead of being the one who gets screwed over.
Yeah.
And like that's all I'm saying.
I mean, because we still don't know. Apparently, Brock Lesnar is supposed to be coming back as well and having more of an active role. I heard rumors on both sides though that apparently he isn't. It was just for that one match, which I would be so pissed if that was the case. Then I heard other rumors that it's about more than just that match. He's actually going to be coming back. There's also rumors that apparently John Cena's last match is Gunther. Chances are, if that happens, Gunther is going to beat John Cena, and then Brock Lesnar is going to come and tackle Gunther to take out Gunther. That would
be a good match.
You know, yeah,
Gunther
that'd be great.
versus,
That'd be phenomenal. So, like, there's some people who don't like that as John Cena's last match. I think that's the perfect last match because A, Gunther deserves to get some shine, and B, yeah. And B, it's the perfect way to start that storyline with Brock Lesnar and Gunther. I'm really excited. I'm really happy with this PLE. Please give us more PLEs like this. Do not give us half-baked stuff like WrestlePalooza. Because this is the culmination of everything. If this doesn't hit right, then the rest of the stuff doesn't. The rest of the stuff falls kind of flat.
I was sad that LA Knight wasn't there. He should have been a referee again.
Yeah,
anyways, let's...
that's what we thought about Crown Jewel.
What did you think?
Let us know in the comments. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Make sure to check off recommended when you hit that notification bell so that, because we talk about a lot here, so that way you're getting exactly what geekery you want to get. Without further ado, keep it geeky.